the psychological impacts of being on lockdown in a cell with another person, with another 800 people in that cell unit, or whatever the number is, with people getting sick, was really traumatic for people, because I think that people have felt left to be sick, left to die. No one cares. And that is something that connects, I think, to the global protests happening now around the murder of Black and brown people by police, is that people feel left to be vulnerably harmed. I can't even imagine the kind of real trauma that people are going through when they're thinking about how people around them are getting sick. Are they going to get sick? One student wrote in and said that he had been sick and his cellmate became sick and his cellmate died, and it was really traumatic for him. We know that people who spend time in jails and prisons often have shorter lives because of the incredible stress on the body, the lack of nutrition, and the psychic stress of living in a cage. And then you add a global health pandemic on top of that. We knew immediately that this would be a massive problem.
When I came to understand from their living conditions, the lack of sanitation just in their day-to-day lives, the lack of space, the moment that I learned about what was going to be coming with COVID, I knew that they often, I never had water. I was never able to wash my hands. A lot of my guys are expected to use the back of their toilet tank for water, depending on where they live. The reason why organizing around soap and hand sanitizer was easy for IL-CHEP is because we've all been in these places. It wasn't a hard decision because those are our students, and you can't educate dead people. So we knew that would have a huge impact on people, and we didn't want to lose our students. Education has been denied to Black and brown folks for centuries. Under slavery, people were denied education. Under Jim Crow, people were denied education. And under mass incarceration, people are denied education. So our work sits at that intersection of trying to sort of move against that framework of white supremacy, which is to limit and deny people resources, education being one of them. Ultimately, what we really want is we want a lot less people in prisons and jails.
That we really need to be working in coalition with many partners across the city that are doing direct work to transfer resources out of punishment and policing and into things like education or things like healthcare. These are life-giving, potentially life-giving institutions.
I want to end mass incarceration, and I want these folks to get out. As much as I love being their teacher inside, I would very much like to be their teacher outside. That would be a much preferred scenario. I would welcome them with open arms. I would be thrilled to see them, and I would much rather teach them in the city colleges of Chicago in my classroom instead of in the jail.